Hi Virgo, welcome back to the channel. I'm Janine with Jovi Star Astrology, and welcome to your Gemini season horoscope reading. I hope you're doing well. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. If you are returning, thank you so very much. Like and share, comment down below. All of the activity helps me as I build the channel. I am doing personal readings as well. If you'd like a personal reading, please head over to my website at jovistar.com. That's JOVESSTAR.com. Send me a message in the contact section and I will get right back to you. I would love to read for you. So I hope you're doing okay, Virgo rising. Just came out of this eclipse season. Solar eclipse first on April 30th, and then the May 15th lunar eclipse in Scorpio on the nodal axis. So a lot of folks affected by that, those eclipses, and hopefully you're doing okay. We now have the sun in Gemini, which is all about duality. Gemini is all about being able to see both sides. It's about versatility and socializing. It's about communication, a lot of talking. This sun is in your 10th house of career and commitments. It is in there with Mercury to begin the month that is retrograde, and Mercury does rule Gemini, but retrograde, it sort of rolls things back. So when we're talking and thinking, especially in the area of your job, and Gemini wants to move very quickly, ruled by Mercury, so Mercury is very fast, could have some communication hiccups in the area of your career. That could cause some issues in your reputation, possibly misunderstandings, or just an overall slowdown. So just keep an eye out for your, emails, texts. Things are going out the way that you want them to. Now, Mercury does retrograde back into Taurus during this particular retrograde season, and that's going to go back over the area that the eclipses occurred for you, and those eclipses occurred in your 9th house of higher learning, your beliefs, truths, your spirituality, and it's long distance trips. So I don't know if you're having to travel anywhere. The solar eclipse hit you there, and Mercury will be retrograding back over that area. You could have some sudden changes there. Maybe you found yourself having to take a trip. Maybe you found yourself learning something new that, created some realizations for you, some sudden changes for you as a result of some kind of new information that you weren't aware of. The lunar eclipse in Scorpio, something about, your thoughts in your mind and your communication. So these eclipses that occurred are all about communication in the mind. So learning something, you could have had, something come out, secretive type of thing that you weren't aware of. It could have affected your immediate environment. It could have had something to do with relatives or siblings. Something that has to do with coming to an understanding, receiving a message, coming across information, and trying to integrate that into your belief system, or trying to wrap your head around, how that settles with you in terms of your own personal truth. So a lot of changes there, and with with Mercury retrograding back and forth, that's a lot of rethinking, recommunicating, reworking, reorganizing. It can cause some confusion in the mind, so could be affecting your work life and your status. Also, maybe a commitment of some sort. Now, Saturn is very much at play still, and is actually squaring Mercury to begin the month. Mercury retrograde in Gemini, and that's your day-to-day routines, which is your actual work, also your health. So something in the area of how you do your work could be causing you a little bit of frustration Again, be careful with the messages and the communication. Something there, it could be pulling you back and forth. If you had a health issue, that could have been causing problems in, keeping the trajectory of your status in your career moving forward. Just an overall, maybe a frustration that has required you to sort of set some boundaries, right? Like, I need to take care of my health. I can't, be pulled in a bunch of different directions in my job, maybe something like that. Saturn wants us in Aquarius to set the stage for something solid and secure going into the future. So this may be a time where that part of your life is being affected, and it is affecting your career or your status or your commitments in some way. Now, we have a lot of energy in Aries. Mars will be moving into Aries, Jupiter in Aries, Venus in Aries, all three in Aries there for a minute. Venus will be moving into Taurus, which will be a much softer, more serene and calm place for Venus in Aries to be. But to start things off for you, Virgo rising, all of this Aries energy in your 8th house of shared resources. This could be a difficult place for all of that aggressive Aries energy. This could have you really making some bold moves, or having some really serious issues to deal with regarding combined resources. Could be moving, even having to pull apart shared resources in that way. Venus, Jupiter, and Mars in Aries is very fast moving. Mars rules Aries. Mars is the warrior of the zodiac, so this can be very aggressive and very, cause like a fighter type mentality. Now, if you're dealing with some heavy issues in that area, the 8th house can be kind of like deep, difficult issues that are in your psyche, can, like I said, cause aggression. But if it's something that requires you to stand up for yourself so that things are settled fairly, this can be good. It's just a good idea to temper that. Definitely going to be thinking about yourself when it comes to the things that you're sharing with other people. This could also include, some kind of partnership, an intimate partnership of some sort that is very passionate, and getting much bigger. So this could be the beginning of something like that, which would be great. Again, Venus will be moving into Taurus. That's going to level things out a little bit. That's going into your 9th house, so you'll be able to process in your mind in a much more pleasing way what you actually believe. That would also be a really good time to take a trip somewhere if you had to, or if you wanted to rather. That would be a good time to do that. Mercury retrograde, like I said, is going to be causing us some issues until about the middle of the month. It goes direct on June the 3rd and then comes out of its shadow period 14th, 16th. Things should start moving forward nicely. So if you're wanting to take a trip, that would be great. Do something nice for yourself that you really feel is going to connect you with your body. That would be perfect. If you're feeling any kind of aggression or the need to stand up for yourself, or any kind of conflict or interaction with somebody in terms of settling shared resources, just sort of try and level things out a little bit. And if things are moving backwards and you don't feel like you're getting anywhere because of the Mercury retrogrades that are going on, just kind of know that that is going to settle and move forward. And the retrograde pulls us back so that in the long run we have a better outcome. There's a reason why the universe slows things down. Mercury is the mind and communication, so there's some underlying overarching reason for us to move a little bit slower. Remember, Taurus, Mercury retrograding into Taurus, slow and steady wins the race. So creating something more secure in the long term. So that's what's going on with Virgo rising. I sure hope you're doing well. We have Cancer season coming up next, which is going to put us in a bit of our feels, or at least have us wanting to hunker down at home, feel safe and secure. And I'll be going over that next month with the horoscopes at that time. We have a new moon here in Gemini. We have a full moon in the middle of the month in Sagittarius. We'll be talking about that. So stay tuned. And I appreciate your being here, and like, subscribe, and share. Like I said, I will see you next month. Until then, may the stars forever be in your favor, and I'll see you next time. Bye.